Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Big Sam back again with another video. So I'm back again with another video, a Bible edition, because I feel like there's so many things that I left out. Okay, so this is a part 2 where I basically talk about people in the Bible, if they were YouTubers or just people of today's generation. I feel like people in the Bible had their own experiences that when you imagine them happening today, I just think it would be nuts. Do you get what I'm saying? So without further ado, let's get straight into this video.
Every little step I take, this is how we do it. Every little step I make, the party's here on the west side. Every little step I take, this is how we do it.
Alright, so let's start with King Solomon, okay? I just think if King Solomon was in today's generation, living today, right here, right now, I think King Solomon would have a dating show. Let's just be realistic, because all those wives he was keeping in his house, all those wives and concubines he was keeping in his house, Solomon would have been the perfect person to have a dating show. The Real Housewives of Bethlehem. The Real Housewives of Bethlehem, the Real Housewives of Judea, the Real Housewives of Israel. Solomon would have been the best person to have a television because he had so many wives. He would definitely sustain a TV dating show, okay, on Hulu or E or something like that. Maybe even MTV at this point. Now, moving on to Noah's Ark. Let's talk about Noah's Ark real quick. I just feel like if the situation that happened during Noah's Ark, Noah's time, if that happened today, you people would still not believe Noah, because I know the people of today and their opinions, I just think they would not believe Noah. And you know what? If Noah was living during this time, he would have definitely had a YouTube channel vlogging you guys denying his request that was sent to him by the Lord Jesus Christ. He would have been vlogging that, and he would have shown you when the rain was starting. He'll be vlogging. He would have been vlogging all of that. He would have had all the evidence. This is Noah vlogging in the ark after all of you people have denied following him. So he'll be like, guys, so this is the final day, and we've been entering all the animals 2 by 2 by 2. You know what I'm saying? All the elephants are in, the snakes are in, and the lions are in, the leopards are in, all the porcupines, they are in. Okay, now these people are not allowed to come in there, because when I was calling you to come in the ark to follow Jesus, because you people, you didn't want to listen. Now you're gonna stay there. You know what I'm saying? Noah would have been vlogging all of that. Do you know another person who would have been vlogging? Mary. Mary would have definitely been vlogging her entire pregnancy for baby Jesus, because if you guys remember the Bible very well, the people was talking. Mind, the things in the Bible were different from today. People these days, they can get pregnant without getting married, and that's fine. No one's going to question them, blah blah blah. But during the Bible times, if you was not married and you was pregnant, that was a problem. Okay, so Mary would have definitely been vlogging, talking about, oh guys, so this is the third month, we've been having problems, we've been getting a lot of backlash. So I just feel like Mary would have been the perfect person to do vlogmas. Mind you, Jesus was born in what? It was December, so she would have been doing vlogmas. Mary would have been doing vlogmas. So moving on to iconic moments that would have really made the headlines during this time. Okay, these things that happened in the Bible, if these things happen today, they would be on TMZ, CNN, BBC, there would be shade room everywhere. Okay, so I just think when Moses parted the Red Sea, that would have been on CNN. Okay, now reporting live, a man named Moses divided the sea in half with pure hands. Things that used to happen in the Bible, I just feel like sometimes they need to start happening now. Let's shock the people. Let's shock the people. I want to be surprised. Do you know another iconic moment that would have happened during today's time? David and Goliath. That would have really broken the internet for real. That would have broken the internet in half. No, because we have this, you know how like in boxing days, like Deontay Wilder, KSI, that's what it would have been like. That would have been like a Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather situation, whereby everyone thinks Floyd is going to win, but all of a sudden Logan Paul actually wins the fight, and then everyone's now giving him the respect. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what it would have been like. David would have really been killing it if he was during this time. The brand deals that he would have been getting. Another iconic moment that would have happened and broken the internet in today's generation, when Jesus walked on water, that would have broken the internet. People would have been filming that and posting online, on Snapchat, on Instagram, on TikTok. That would have broken the internet. And you know another person that would have actually broken the internet, because that alone would have broken the internet. But the part where Jesus asked Peter to walk on water. And I don't blame Peter. I feel like Peter was first of all, he denied Jesus 3 times. 3. Now, we're not talking about him then. We're talking about when Jesus asks you and says, Peter, walk on water. And I don't blame Peter, because if I was Peter and Jesus told me to walk on that water the way that he was walking on that water, I would have also been on the headlines. I would have been on the headlines because I would have drowned. Number one, because I don't know how to swim. Number two, because I just would have been like, Jesus, please, let's not do this. Why do you want to do this to me? Why do you want to do this to me? That's what it would have been like. Yeah, man, Jesus, why are you putting me on the spot? You know I'm going to make a mess out of myself. Do you know what I'm saying? But I would have definitely been on the headline. Jesus would have been on the headlines for walking on water. Peter would have been on the headlines for drowning for not believing in Jesus. So we would have been trending. I would have been trending. Okay, so there are two people from the Bible that I think would have come out with a documentary if they were existing today, right here, right now. Number one, Lazarus. Can we talk about Lazarus real quick? No, Lazarus would have been coming out with either a YouTube video, Instagram, IGTV live or something, talking about how he woke up from the dead. Lazarus would have even been in the movie. I just think he would, no. Lazarus would not be coming out with a documentary. I think he would be coming out with a true story movie. He would even be starring in The Walking Dead. I'm telling you, if you think about it, because he had the experience. Who better to direct a movie than someone who's actually been through it? And then do you know another person that will be coming out with a true crime story? Now let's talk about this. Cain and Abel. A true crime story would be coming out if they were existing today. Because let me tell you something. The Cain and Abel was a very funny story, because what happened then only happens in movies. And so if they existed today, they would definitely be coming with a true crime story or a movie based on a true story. Because you try and kill your brother, or did he actually kill him? You kill your brother. Jesus is asking you, Cain, where is your brother? And the first thing you say is, I am not my brother's keeper. No, that would have been a movie. No, that would have been a movie to watch. That movie would have sold records and records and records and records if it was existing this time. It would have been on box office, HBO Max. Do you know that person that everyone talks about, like, oh, this is a fake friend, blah 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 blah. Do you know who would have been a fake friend if they existed during this time? Peter would have definitely been the fake friend if he existed during this time, because he showed himself countless times in the Bible. Countless times. He denied Jesus, not just one time, but 3 times. So if he was a friend to someone during this time, don't you think he would have denied you? Yeah? Don't you think he would have been denying people? So yeah, Peter would have been the fake friend of today's generation. Everyone would have known that. Everyone would have had a story time about him. Do you know who would be the Father Abraham of today's generation, who's existing at this point right now? I have 2 people in mind. Number 1, Nick Cannon would be Father Abraham, because every 2 business weeks he's got another child. He's definitely the Father Abraham of today. Another person, Lil Durk. God said, go and multiply. They are here multiplying. Can we talk about Isaac real quick? No, let's talk about Isaac. Why I say we should talk about Isaac is because imagine your parents, imagine Isaac's situation happening in these times. Imagine you're on your phone, you're chilling, and your dad comes and tells you that we're going to sacrifice you to God on the mountain. Do you know the kids of today would be on Instagram live calling 911 that your dad wants to kill you? No, for real. My dad wants to kill me. He said he's talking about his religious. Why would a parent want to sacrifice me to God whom he has not even seen? Like, I just feel like today's kids, oh, that is selfish. You'll be doing podcasts. You'll be posting all over the internet trying to put your father on blast for his religion. Do you know who John the Baptist would have been if he was existing today? John the Baptist would have been Dr. Miami, because there's no one in the Bible that didn't want to get baptized by John the Baptist. Now, if we do fast forward in today's generation, how many people want to go to Dr. Miami to go and get big breasts, big bum, and your stomach looking sliced like scorpions? So it's like everyone is going to Dr. Miami, everyone was going to John the Baptist. So who would have done John the Baptist justice? Dr. Miami. Let's just be realistic. Do you know 2 people that have very similar stories of today's generation? So, do you guys remember Ruth and Boaz? Ruth had the testimony. By the time she ended up with Boaz, like, Ruth had the whole testimony. When you look at the Ruth situation, who would be the perfect person to be considered Ruth who's existing in today's generation? I think Ciara would definitely play a movie as Ruth. She would, because she had the same similar story. So Ruth ends up with this good man, Boaz, and things like that. Ciara ends up with this good man, Russell Wilson, or Russell Johnson. What is his name? I don't know. They have 2 similar stories. So Ruth will be coming out if Ruth existed today, she'd be Ciara writing a book about her toxic niggas. So Ruth would have been the perfect person to play Ciara, and she would have been releasing a book if she was existing today. Moving on. Okay, so this is my last one. Let's talk about Jezebel. Which person in today's generation is playing Jezebel? Who would Jezebel be if she was existing right here, right now? Let's talk about that. The perfect person to be Jezebel in this generation would be Kim Kardashian. No, let's talk about it. No, let's actually talk about it. Because Jezebel would have done any and everything to get fame and clap. Jezebel would have been, if Jezebel was existing today, she would have been doing backflips in that bedroom, recording those backflips in that bedroom and posting them on the internet. Same thing with Kim Kardashian. And now she's famous. That's exactly what Jezebel would do. So Jezebel definitely favors Kimberly Noel Kardashian. It is what it is. I said what I said, and yeah. Okay, so that was my last one. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, turn on post notifications so that you guys get notified any single time I post a new video. Make sure you guys are following me on Instagram and TikTok. Everything will be down in the description box. I will be seeing you guys in my next video.